set to go. Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Right back to Chris Godwin. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
A run there with Cook on 1st down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. Just not a whole lot of room to operate. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake. Boyle steps away. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the 1st time. They'll be led out by a 1st-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. On 1st down, it's Fields. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He takes us beyond the 35. He's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Meanwhile, Fields' throw caught by Olave. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Fields now to throw. This pass is caught by London. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. On first down, McCann. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play act.
And this time he is in. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-4 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyle, open is Powell. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Looking to throw. Boyle. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Off-play action. Boyle. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. To throw on 2nd down. Boyle on the left side. Gallup's got it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the ball has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football and making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now a first down throw, Fields. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Second and 1 forthcoming. Fields. We know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Fields on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a handoff up the middle. McCann. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Fields. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. Got an open man. It's Olave. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. McCann. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start drawing 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, they just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And he will double the space they have to work with as they try for the 2. So they could use something here on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. The Vikings send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And it goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. McCann. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Here's Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Koo knocks this one through the post. Push the lead up to a touchdown now. 10-3. So a nice kick here as they add through the lead.
From what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. Throwing to start the drive. Boyle. Forced out to his left. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Boyle. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw again. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're against the field in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Fields throw into the hands of Reynolds here. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. Up the middle they go. McCann, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw is Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So no gain on the play, and it's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. On second and a couple. Fields escaping the pressure right. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Too early to commit to the extra point. Ladies now 17-3. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
Looking to throw on second down. Boyle on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on third down. Boyle. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Now it's Tate. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
2nd and 5 now. Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. Inside the 45. Big play there as they get the conversion on 4th and 13. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want, because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st down, Fields. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season openers. They're able to extend their lead. Extra point ball cleared up and good. And now 3 touchdowns at 20. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw on second down, Boyle. Powell on the catch. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Boyle. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials still looking at each other. But they're saying it was a receiver in the area, so no penalty. Just an incomplete pass.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
Giving credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run on first down. McCann. Room here. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
The hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that will increase their lead to 28. I'm not sure if they'll do that play up to score. Great score indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Minnesota's offense takes over possession, and they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. Back to throw. Boyle. He gets his one to Johnson. And he's got room.
He's still on his feet, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield.
And stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
On third down, Boyle. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's incomplete. Take a shot. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends Falcons with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw caught by Olave.
A heavy crowd well upfield right for the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him now. They tend to leave him in.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. Now Fields.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards. On first down, McCann. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Chris Olave.
From 4 yards out.
And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Crew, up and good. And this one was over the line because he's
following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line.
now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, going with a tight end.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Koo knocks this one through the post. So the return hadn't fired up, but in the end, the offense stars out there on the 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out comes Minnesota. Where do you stand right now in the fourth quarter? This one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things in this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Boyle. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. Boyle. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Offense on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Tate on the return. Calling a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Now we'll pause for an injured player, and that's wide receiver Drake London who's shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Back to the ground, this time Cole. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one